Alright, so what are we cheering to tonight?
We're cheersing to new beginnings, new start of the life, and me joining the force is gonna be a good thing for everybody that we know.
I just feel like it can be real dangerous.
Oh, it's true.
You know, we got people that they plugs, they do this for a living, and I don't want them to feel some type of way with you.
Nah, they won't. Me being on the inside and me having the upper hand is gonna be better for everybody that we know and what we do.
Okay,
All right. Cheers.
cheers.
When my ex first told me he wanted to be a cop, it was over a candlelit dinner. Jokingly, I said, well, I love a man in uniform. Started imagining him walking through the door doing things to me that I'll save for another poem. In the days leading up to him going into the academy, I couldn't help but think about our childhood. How this was the biggest contradiction. When playing cops and robbers, he always opted to be the robber, so why the sudden change of character? Did he not see the brown pigment in his melanin when he looked in the mirror? Did he not realize that he was a black man and was something like an endangered species in society? On the day he graduated from the academy, I stood paralyzed by fear. Baffled at the amount of people that were standing with him, wondered how many of these people used to play cops and robbers, wondered how many of these people are going to stop and frisk their brothers. Late one night, I asked him, what would you do if your partner thought I was a suspect? What you gonna do when your brother turns out to be the robber? Are you prepared to be the reason so many mothers only see their sons in Rikers? He said, we're taught not to see color, only to seek justice, but for some strange reason, people of color always end up in these fucked up positions. For some strange reason, people of color always end up being a hashtag. On the day he arrested my best friend under charges of possession, I watched the hood change on him. Witnessed the transition from homeboy to that motherfucker can't be trusted. He was so quick to arrest him like we didn't know he used to party together, smoke blunts together, like he didn't know damn well the only reason he was selling crack was not by choice, but because that was the only way he could feed his daughter on a Friday night. At 11:50 p.m., after a couple of happy hours, I stumbled across my threshold and was greeted with a gun pointed in my face. Instinctively put my hands in the air and yelled, don't shoot, and for the first time in our relationship, I wasn't sure if he saw me or just my skin color. Wasn't sure if I was Trayvon and he was Zimmerman. On the day my best friend got sentenced to 15 years, a jury of my peers came to me with an ultimatum. Remain part of the community or get outcasted with him, and ain't that some shit? How you can get punished for someone else's actions, charged with someone else's crimes. They don't tell you when you date a cop, you're guilty by association. On the night we decided to call it quits, he said, I was already working undercover to get your best friend. You were just the closest one to him.